Leaving no one behind. It's one of the foundational pillars on which the entire 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development rests. And the logic for that is simple and very powerful. If the challenges are existential, global and interlinked, then we really are all in this together. And no one wins unless everyone wins. Which means the benchmark for our success is first of all the fate of those at the bottom, those most vulnerable, those excluded or cut out from the waves of progress. And on the question of water, it's not just a matter of missed economic opportunities or entrenched social injustice and poverty. On the question of water, it is quite simply, as you know, a matter of life and death. And that's why access to water is a human right, it's universal, it's inalienable, and it's unconditional. And that is why SDG 6, ensuring availability and sustainable management of water and sanitation for all, is really pivotal for the success of the entire 2030 Agenda and all of the other 16 goals. Take zero hunger, unimaginable without sufficient water to ensure food security. Or consider health, inconceivable without safe, available and affordable sanitation. And look at economic growth, which is unreachable in conditions of water scarcity. The list goes on, but the point is clear. The importance of water is only matched by the challenge we face in managing it sustainably. Today, 40% of the world's people are affected by water scarcity. 80% of wastewater is discharged untreated into the environment. And more than 90% of all disasters are water-related. More than 2 billion people lack access to safe, clean water, and more than 4.5 billion people lack adequate sanitation services. That's today. By 2050, at least 1 in 4 people will live in a country where the lack of fresh water will be chronic or recurrent. And runaway climate change is only adding to the pressure. What these numbers mean is a harsh reality, a harsh daily reality for people in rural communities and urban slums in all regions of the world. And what these numbers mean is that we're failing in our ambition to leaving no one behind. And as with most development challenges, women and girls, as we've already heard several times, suffer disproportionately. For example, women and girls in low-income countries spend some 40 billion hours a year collecting water. That is the equivalent to the annual effort of the entire workforce of a country like France. Imagine the development gains if this time could be invested in earning a livelihood, or in the case of girls, attending school. And this hypothetical shows two things: the magnitude of the challenge and the tremendous upside if we succeed. And that's why we're here today, to put us on a path that can realize this upside. This summit does so, first of all, by raising awareness and creating momentum. The growing water crisis should be much higher on the world's attention. And there is welcome progress we can build on. We are now 1 year into the International Decade for Action, Water for Sustainable Development, which was declared by the UN General Assembly. And in line with our action plan for the water decade, the UN system stands ready to help countries by promoting policy dialogue, exchanging best practices, raising awareness, and forging new partnerships. And this summit is a very welcome catalyst to these efforts. And I'm particularly impressed by your laser-sharp focus on exploring innovative solutions. Solutions that are anchored in human rights, solutions that focus above all on the marginalized, and solutions, in short, that are built around the 2030 Agenda by connecting water to efforts underway across the development spectrum and by working together with local and regional governments, civil society, and the private sector. It was great to see that beyond exploring and sharing solutions, the summit will also provide awards to pilot some of the best ideas that come up, helping them move directly from theory into practice, which is exactly the kind of commitment to acceleration and impact that we need. After all, we only have 11 years left to realize the Sustainable Development Goals. That's just 4,015 days, or just under 3,000 working days if you insist on taking your weekends off. Clearly now is the time to pick up the pace and start running towards 2030. And I look forward to seeing the results from your summit and wish you every success. Very good luck with your deliberations. Thank you.